What's up, everyone? It is AnimeALX back again with another Monstie build video. Today we are actually doing a build video on Glavenus. It was originally supposed to be on Mizutsune, but people in my Discord voted Glavenus. Segue, if you haven't joined the Discord, be sure to join the Discord. Join the monastery and become a member of the AnimeALX. With all that being said, also, if you join the Discord, you get access to first notifications of any YouTube videos or me streaming. But with all that being said, we are going to get right into this build. Now, disclaimer, I did not make this build. This build I got from my friend Azure Sky, who is also on my Discord, who also streams, so go check him out on Twitch. He is a really cool guy, and he's also... I'm also going to be doing some PvP with him and trying to put out videos. So double also, he also, gosh, I'm saying also a lot. He's on my stream sometimes and you can hear him in the background. Or he's a guy that basically helps me out with streams, and he gives additional commentary. So you'll see him from time to time on my streams. So go check me out on twitch.tv/AnimeALX, and you will see him and you will see me playing some Monster Hunter Stories too. So without the shameless plug and me rambling about and saying also for the umpteenth time, let's get into the build, shall we? Here's Glavenus. Here's our Glavenus, and I went another route, or Sky's build goes another route, and instead of going heroics like most other fire monsties, we end up going crit. I will get into that momentarily, and there's also another video that's coming out about crit works differently than what you thought it worked, and crit might not be all that good to put on monsties. But we're putting crit on this build, so we have critical XL, which is, we have it up to, which seriously increases the crit rate. And the reason why we have it is because Scorching Blade deals medium fire damage to all enemies, and this is actually a contact move, so it can crit. And if you're attacking multiple enemies, it ups the chance to crit at least one enemy out of the group. Now, what makes this amazing is because most fire, actually just most spread attacks in general are non-contact, they're projectile moves. Meaning Scorching Blade is, I believe, the only, no, not the only, because Raytheon's tail flip, or Toxic Sweep attack, also attacks everyone. So that's the only other physical hitting move that will attack everyone that I can think of from the top of my head. But this will end up critting, and depending on how many enemies are on the other side, whether it's 3 in PVE or 4 in PvP, if you're running duos, yes, I do recommend using Glavenus in duos. You'll end up probably hitting at least one crit out of the crowd. That is why we have critical gene XL. I will get into Glavenus' stats in a bit, but moving on, coming back up top, we have the anti-sleep gene XL and negate sleep. I don't have this up too, sadly, but I will end up getting to that in a second. The reason why we have this here is so we can get a technical bingo with our explosion gene M, which is ignition breath, which is a spread move. It's a tech move, and we get it from Basilgeuse. We just basically put this here for a bingo. But if you want to put Panacea, if you do have any extra Panacea, then just swap out Fireclad. Swap around Fireclad Gene XL with the anti-sleep Gene XL, so you can get a fire bingo, and then you could get another power bingo. But we're gonna put anti-sleep Gene here so we don't get put to sleep and we don't lose the game off of one sleep. We have moving on, to our Fire Gene XL, which is Valiant Flare. You do get this from Pink Raytheon. It moderately increases fire attack and defense for 5 turns, which is pretty big. And it charges power for 2 turns. And then when you up this, it slightly increases the effect. So we're getting more power just from buffing up. So it's very good. One of the best buffing moves in the game, actually. Moving on here, we got the Bombardier Gene XL. We are using this because we have the Tackle Gene, which is another Basil Juice move, which is Bombing Raid, deals medium fire damage to enemies, high chance to inflict Blast Blight, and you can hit everyone. You can hit everyone in the area or on the other team with it, and it will take on or win against power head-to-heads, or you could just basically spam out Ignition Breath just to instantly cause Blast Blight. I will say Glavenus does have some pretty expensive moves, so you might want to invest into crit. If you want to invest into crit kinship, feel free to, but we put the Rainbow Gene here just so we can get some of our bingos. We have a speed bingo, a technique bingo, and a power bingo. Obviously, we went over Crit XL, and coming down to the Fire Gene XL, we have it up 2 to seriously boost fire attacks. You are definitely going to need Bombardier Gene XL because you are running 2 moves that gives Blast Blight. You definitely want to run Fire Plus Gene XL because all your moves are fire, and then Full Swing Gene M is going to be your spammable move, so you can land those crits and you can deal damage. Showing the bingo list, we have 4 fire bingos boosting our fire attacks by 130%, and we have 1 power bingo which will increase power damage to 110%, 1 speed bingo which increases it up to 110%, and 1 tech bingo which also increases it up to 110%. Moving on to our to the stats. This is basically what it looks like. 19 for Valiant Flare, which is actually pretty cheap buffing move for the amount of damage it does. 22 for Scorching Blade, 26 for Bombing Raid, 30 for Ignition Breath. And when you come to this the field guides for the Monstepedia and we search up Glavenus, you can see that he has 7 ticks or 7 points into max HP. I believe he is a middle of the ground, so average speed Monstie with 5 ticks in, or 5 points in, 1 point in recovery, and he has 7 points in crit rate, so he has a pretty high crit rate. His fire attack is also fairly high, I believe coming 2nd place to Teostra's, or at least tying Basil Juice's, but most fire Monsties in this game will be projectile based, while Glavenus is actually physical based, so that is why you'd probably want to run Glavenus. And running him in 2v2s where he can do full swings on 4 opponents will be very good because you can have a chance or an increased chance to crit someone. I will get into the reason why crit isn't as good as you think it is. I will make that video a little later, probably coming out tomorrow. But for now, that is the Glavenus build. Hope you guys enjoy. I've really been opening my eyes to Glavenus and wanting to use him, and I really kind of want to do double Glavenus full swing combos with Sky and PvP, seeing who we can crit or who we can Beyblade crit. With all that being said, hopefully you will like, follow, comment, and subscribe. Also check me out on Twitch. Hopefully you'll see more of my YouTube Monstie build videos, and I'll hopefully catch you in the next one. Peace out, all my fellow weebs and weebettes, and stay tuned for PvP Twitch streams, which will be happening soon. So for now, catch you in the next one. Peace.